It's Rob Zombie's 3 from Hell. Ho ho. I have been waiting years for this. Finally, it is here. Let's go. Alright, this is going to be a spoiler-filled review, everybody. So, if you haven't seen it yet, do yourself a favor. Go check it out. Alright, you're here. So, just to make sure we're all on the same page, this picks up right at the very end of House Without, or Devil's Rejects. Thank you. And, finds the firefighter family in the car driving off. Then they get into prison, and they escape, and hilarity ensues. Alright, we start off with likes, and, well, outside of it being a Rob Zombie movie, which is always good, Richard Brake. That's all you gotta say, man. So, they have Sid Haig's Captain Spaulding exit very early, and with good reason. I was with Sid about a year ago, so 2018, and sadly he was not looking very well. So it made sense that he would have a few scenes and then be out. But then introducing the half-brother in the firefighter family in the form of Richard Brake is amazing, because Richard Brake is amazing, and he really added a lot to it, which is absolutely wonderful. Further great casting, Dee Wallace, man. Sorry, it was a minor thing, but it was just amazing. Dee Wallace just like rocked every scene she was in, totally amazing. And of course Pancho Molero, love Pancho, he was great as well. So, with that being said, so the gore was very interesting. It was kind of a mixed bag. I did like that we did get some good, high-quality gore, because we just don't get enough of that these days, let's be honest. Particularly like the removal of the face and hanging it on the tree. Very, very nice. And then, probably the best scene in the movie, for a variety of reasons. But when a baby firefly is stabbing to death the nude woman on the lawn in front of the sheriff's house. Beautiful scene, beautiful gore, all kinds of crazy practical effects there. Thoroughly enjoyed that. So yeah, the casting in several scenes, just truly a blast. Alright, it is dislikes time, and here's where things start to go off the rails. Number one is Rob Zombie didn't do the soundtrack, from the standpoint of he wasn't on the soundtrack. And that's a big deal from this standpoint. If you watch House of 1,000 Corpses, Devil's Rejects, even 31, the music, be it Rob's or music he's picked, is like, roar, because his movies are like, roar. Those movies, anyways. In your fucking face, man. It's going to be Rob Zombie. It's going to be no holds barred. We're going to show you blood and guts and violence and intensity, and you better fucking deal with it. This movie, I had a chance to see it with Mr. Haig from Horrifyou, and he mentioned it reminded him of a Tarantino soundtrack, and I couldn't agree more. It was not raw, and this movie wasn't raw either. In a lot of ways, I suppose you could say that this was a maturing of Rob Zombie as a filmmaker, but I took something else away from it, and I honestly think that it hurt the film for me personally. Despite the fact that Rob Zombie is in his early 50s, 53, I really think he's grappling with his mortality, because that was on display in this movie on so many levels. From the blatant obvious with, Otis and Baby having a discussion about the point of it all for no point whatsoever, to the overarching themes throughout the film of, death, and even not explicitly a Day of the Dead ceremony in Mexico, but clearly indicative of it, to a mellowing. And that's really an apt description for this as a Rob Zombie film, and for me, a big negative. I don't want a mellow, mature Rob Zombie. I want an in-your-face, fuck you, hard rocket. That's and you know, he's not that old. I mean, 31 was not that long ago, and it was hard rocket in your face. This was not. And then there's an old saying that isn't that old, but I firmly believe it, and that's that in Hollywood you should require a license before you're allowed to use slow motion, because it gets overused, and it was overused. Sorry, Rob, in this film. I'm not sure if you were just trying to pad time or what the deal was, but yeah, not good. And last, but by no means least, and I'm very confused on this. Could be budget, could be Lionsgate, could be time. I just don't know. But there were a alarming number of CGI blood things, shall we say. Not just splattered. Now, there were some practical ones. They were awesome. That scene with Baby killing the woman outside in the yard was beautiful practical. Some of the evisceration and things like that, just beautiful practical effects, and probably should have mentioned those in the likes. And there was one scene that did require special effects blood. I'll totally let it slide. The nude woman getting shot. Can't squib that. Okay. The rest of it, though, no need for it. And you made it worse, Rob. I'm sorry. But CGI blood, when it's quick, you can almost get away with it. He did it during slow-mo. And when you do it during slow-mo, it really looks bad. Really accentuates it. Now, again, I don't know if it was Rob. I don't know if it was budget. I don't know if it was time. But whatever the hell it is, it was not good. So yeah, that I definitely had some issues. All right, it's Pinhead time now. It's a Rob Zombie film, man. I always love a Rob Zombie film. It's not cookie cutter, and you know that's a big, huge deal with me. But we just got done with the likes. It definitely had a lot of them. So I hate to do this. I do love Rob, and 31 was so amazing. So was House of 1,000 Questions. Anyways, regardless, boom! It's going to be a 3 Pinhead movie right down the road. Could have been so much better, but was still pretty good. All right, I see this one dividing people pretty serious. So, boom, get it going on in the comments. Obviously, there's going to be hardcore Rob fans that he could do no wrong. And obviously, there's going to be a lot of Rob haters. And I think it's going to come out of the woodwork. It's definitely going to be divisive. And that's what it's all about. So, let's start the rumble in the comment section. Not the jungle, but in the comment section.